And here we are in the play in the finals. I'm actually going to keep that. Inspiration and security blockade, I think, is enough for us to get by. More red. Alright. Well, we're starting off first, surprisingly. We actually have a pretty solid start. Turn 3, the Knight. Turn 4, Inspiration. Turn 5, the Rhino. It certainly seems like he's missing a Keller. Since you have to discard first with that, so he had 4 mountains probably starting. It's awkward to say the least. Oh, is it instead? Yeah, I was a bit worried about that. Guess it happens. He'll get to draw his card and smack us for a bunch. Ophidian with evasion abilities is always going to be a problem. So we want to draw Dramatic Rescue. Yeah, seems like no luck with that. Our opponent's on 3 colors too, it seems. Which normally seems to be the right way to go with this format. Ah, there we go. That makes me feel a lot better. So he's gotten 2 cards on us, which is unfortunate. He did manage to fix his problems. But we did Inspiration, we did get our Ruin Wings. We went through 3-2, just like him with his Racketeer. Well, here we can play both coursers, or play out the coursers, and try to race him at that point. Or we can play out the rock, which might just be our better call. I don't know. I'd certainly like to draw an answer here. I'm really not a fan of that. 6 mana 3/3 that can only detain a creature. I mean, it's playable in a lot of circumstances, I guess, but I'm not terribly fond of it. Oh, here we go. Let's see what effects he has. I'll let it do it. A giant growth a little bit late to the game, unfortunately. Vastani's Judgment's one of the best removal spells in the game, in this format. Cyclonic Rift would be good for us. Uh, We can giant growth here and keep our guy alive. But I think he'll be at 7. I think we're better off not doing that. As odd as that is, because we still 2 for 1. Although he does get a card, so I guess it's not entirely true. We'll see. I'd rather have the giant growth to try the win than not. This has certainly been the tightest match for us so far. Yeah, it definitely seems like Cyclonic Rift's our best call right now. So I think we have to giant growth our centaur here to kill both of his guys. No, I think we don't. If he blocks that way, I think it's just better for us. We're just hoping he doesn't have a creature. So if either of our guys gets in, oh, if he plays a flyer now, we're in bad shape. Yeah, let's see if we have it. And that's game one. Wonderful. Okay, so here I'd like to bring in Druid's Deliverance and Aerial Predation. I think are our best calls. And maybe Sundering Growth. Although we only saw one thing that was a problem, it was enough of a problem. Savage Surge goes out. I think probably Common Bond will probably have to stay in because it's a permanent effect. We'll take out a Plains. And it's between Giant Growth and Common Bond for what the last thing is. I think it's going to be Common Bond. I just think it's more awkward for us. So I think that's fine. We'll see how it goes. Gotta win one more to win this event. Well, and apparently we'll just get all of the things we side in, but I think we can keep this. Hopefully we see a land pretty early. But I feel pretty good with that and the aerial predation. We still have a turn to draw land before we start getting into really awkward territory. I think advancing our mana is more important than putting out a 2-2 with him. I find it really surprising that he seemingly splashed will follow the gavel. I mean, 5 mana counterspell. I guess it gains you a bit of life. It might be useful against Rakdos and the Golgari aggro, but I don't see it being that impressive overall. Still would really like to draw a land. If we can get the 6 before we have to play Sundering Growth or Eyes in the Sky, I'd feel pretty good about it. But again, I'm not too worried about just the Vassal Soul. We have Aerial Predation if things get out of hand, or if he plays Power of Flight or something. That seems very strange. I mean, I guess he gets in for a little bit more here. But, yeah, that's not entirely impressive to me. We can start attacking, but I don't think it's worth it. I'd much rather wait until we have more land, and we're able to control the situation a bit better. I mean, it's possible he's just going to play a bunch of Trader's Instincts, and that's his game plan right now. Starting to get frustrating. I don't want to walk into Essence Backlash, the 4 mana counterspell, but it doesn't hit much of the stuff in our hands, so that's not too big of a concern. Stealer of Secrets is his first discard. Which, I mean, is fair. We have a bunch of higher toughness guys here. I'm curious what else he's going to be throwing away. I really want to hold on to the aerial predation as long as we can. Card has a lot of value for us against his deck, it seems. I think other than land, the card I'd most like to draw would be the Fog Effect, the Proliferate Fog Effect. Oh, Tristani's Judgment. That's awkward. I'm guessing he just doesn't have the white for it. Spurious Skywatch. He'll detain our Andrip, swing in for a little bit. That's fine. And we'll prevent one of it. Wow. Now this is definitely hasty, but I want to start getting in for the damage, so it gains us a little bit of life, and we're really running out of other options, so the 3/3 also does kind of keep us stalled for a bit, even though our Indra can stop him. I want him to overcommit so he can Supreme Verdict too. I think we're just fine with that as well. Yeah, I think we're attacking and then we're going to Inspiration ourselves on our turn, which is awkward, but we need to draw land. And we got a land. Wonderful. Yeah, we're certainly a bit better off now. Well, that's a good thing to draw. 3, 4, 5, 6. We need one more land for it to be a blowout, though. We just don't want to walk into the same situation. It's only a rare. It's certainly possible he has it as well. Or Mysium Mortars also would be quite powerful in this situation. Hell, even Street Spasm's pretty reasonable to overload to kill our entire board. Yeah, that's fair. I'd much rather him do that than most of his other options. Okay, we'll see what he has this time. We should be taking 2, getting another centaur. I think we're in pretty good shape to win this game and therefore this tournament. Well, he got his planes, but he's already dropped his Tristani's Judgment. I think we got it. So even if he has a trick here, short of Cyclonic Rift, yeah, that doesn't win him the game. So go ahead and prevent 1, take 2, kill him. Yep, and that's the game and match. Therefore, the tournament. So our first Ravnica event ended up being a win. There you go. Visit Avatar along with it. Oh, join us next time, guys.